Hey there, Greg from My Mortgage. Wanted to talk about people buying property who are New Zealand citizens but currently living overseas and looking to return at some point. So we're seeing a bit of this at the moment. People who are overseas eventually wanting to come back to New Zealand or potentially buying an investment property in New Zealand. And so, there's a few things to consider. So the first one is with your income, the banks will look to scale that. And depending on where in the world you are and where you're earning your income and all those sorts of things will determine how much it is scaled by. So we've seen it that what the bank will do is change your earnings from the currency that it's in back into New Zealand dollars. Generally, they might scale it by 20% beforehand and then convert it back as well. So just something to be aware of there. They'll also want to know an idea of your expenses in the country that you're currently living in as well. Do you have any debt there and those sorts of things? It can be quite a bit of a process to kind of explain that, especially if you're in a country that's not English language speaking, and they'll want to see bank statements and all those sorts of things. The other thing is we still need to meet servicing requirements in New Zealand and also loan to value ratios as well. So if you're not going to be living in the property anytime soon, then you'll need a 35% equity in that property. But if it's a home for yourself and you're not going to be renting it out and we're not relying on that rental income, then you only need 20% equity in that property. So we've had some success, people who are looking to buy property from family. So we've had a bit of that in the last little while. Maybe mum and dad are looking to downsize or move into a retirement village, and so buy the family home back in New Zealand so that when you're ready to come home, it's there for you. And so that's been quite successful. Also, we've had people looking to buy a home for themselves in New Zealand when they are here, even if that might only be, maybe 2 months of the year or something like that. And we can look to use boarders and flatmates who might be living in the home while you're not going to be there. So it's still going to be your home, but you're going to have boarders living with you as well. So that's something to consider. The other thing is, like, if you've got other income in New Zealand, we can obviously use that. Maybe you've got income from managed funds, maybe you've got other investment properties, things like that as well. So it is a little bit of a process in terms of just getting everything lined up for the banks, and especially any of that overseas stuff. So it's important that we start the process early for you, and also important having a good solicitor based in New Zealand who we can communicate with really well. We've got great solicitors that we like to work with who are happy to work with people who aren't in New Zealand at the time. So feel free to reach out and we can point you in the right direction there. So if you're looking to buy a property back in New Zealand and you're currently overseas and earning overseas, then we can definitely help out.